Welcome to the shit show.
Tom? I think we're live. Tom, live on the YouTube. I'm Tim, that's Tom. It's the All Elite Wrap-Up for August 14th, 2025. I'll let Tom ponder what that means for his age. Now, everybody else, while Tom's doing that, you get on allelitewrapup.com. This is completely free. Subscription is free. You can continue without subscribing even if you want. All the links are there that you'll need to find us. The Blue Skies, where you can find Tom furiously skeeting away into the night when those wrestling shows are on. The Dynamites, like he was last night, engaging with you. Because we like to be friends. We want to talk to you. There's that. There's the donate link. If you feel like we're, like we could use some money. If you look at us and you're like, man, these guys can use some money, send us some money. And there's all other kinds of stuff up there. There's an occasional article when we're feeling weird.
Right? Oh, I got one I'm working on. I'm working on one right now. It's about John Moxley.
Nice. Oh, all right. John Moxley. Yeah. Nice. All right. See, so you subscribe there. And again, we don't flood you with emails. We just tell you when we're about to go live so that you can join the conversation and get in the chat and talk to us like I hope anybody watching us right now or throughout the show will do. Talk to us live. Tell us what you think about what we're talking about, which is AEW Dynamite tonight. Tom, how are you? What's the hat you got on tonight?
Oh, it is Hercules from the Sandlot. Remember him? Yeah, remember Hercules from the Sandlot?
Yep, I do. Yep, now I see it. Yep.
Yeah, right there. Got that on. Things are going, time isn't stopping, so that's happening.
World keeps us spinning.
Yeah.
Life keeps lifing.
Yeah, life keeps lifing.
That's a word to be like, life just keeps lifing. So I'm here.
It's true. So things are well. Saw some fun entertainment this past week. I saw the new Naked Gun. Very highly recommend if you like those movies. If you don't like those movies, yes, it's very good.
Well, I did. I don't know if I would now, right?
You will.
If I was then, but
the only bad thing about it, and legitimately, this is the only bad thing, is Cody Rhodes is in it. That's it.
Yeah.
Other than that,
here's what I think I remember about Naked Guns is that it's kind of like Dumb and Dumber, where they present it as like dumb, but like there is like really intelligent writing in there and the wit in there, and there's kind of double entendres and like you can kind of not catch something because they throw a lot at you, right?
Oh,
they throw a bunch at
400 jokes a second. Like it's dumb ones, right? Where it's like, oh, please take a chair, and someone takes a chair, right? And then it's also like a highbrow stuff.
Right? Yeah. I guess it took me back that. Liam Neeson, right? Was the one starting. I know he gives that same deadpan delivery, but it's definitely different than I forget the gentleman's name who played the original.
Leslie Nielsen.
Leslie Nielsen.
Which
it's Leslie Nielsen and Liam Neeson.
Yeah, that's what the joke is. Yeah,
nice.
There's a joke in there about that too. Which, if you remember, as a pro wrestling fan, men and women and theys and thems of a certain age, you will remember SummerSlam 94. Leslie Nielsen was on the case to solve the case of the two Undertakers.
That's true. Tom, you got a great man. I don't remember. Like, I remember it when you say it, right? And I'm like, oh, fuck yeah. But I have to have some sort of external stimuli
it was Brian. It was old, what's his name from ECW too, that played the second Undertaker. And that was a fun time.
Cox? Was it Brian Cox? I thought it was Brian Cox.
Well, the only Brian Cox that I remember was a middle linebacker, predominantly for the Miami Dolphins and then also New York Jets. Speaking of football, my friend, he is a friend, is on the newest season of The Kingdom, which premiered tonight on ESPN, chronicling the last season of the Kansas City Chiefs. His name is Nate Taylor. He writes for ESPN. Previously, he wrote for The Athletic. Previously to that, he was my suite mate at Central Missouri. And he's doing that, and I'm talking about wrestling. We're all doing our dreams. And so, yeah, that was
it.
fun. Yeah, this is it. I mean, seriously, this is it. There's other things that would go along with this that would be great, but this is it. Yeah,
right,
yeah. We are both doing our dreams. It's just I have to do something else on top of this. He just has to do his dream.
Right. He just does not. Right. Yeah.
Yeah, and then actually, last suggestion for the well-rounded wrestling fan, I would suggest anyone who has Netflix. It's called The Greatest Night in Pop. It's about the recording of the We Are the World.
That it's on Netflix.
Oh, yeah. It's so good. Well, here's the thing. And this is why it always drew me to like pro wrestling and MMA and all of that kind of stuff. It's like, I want to know if everyone's in a room, who does everyone fucking bow down to, right? Like, I want to know that part, right? And in this, like, I'll sell you one scene. One scene was just remarkable. Towards the end, everyone's doing their solos, and then they're doing, I forget what they call, like super ad libs. And one of the ad libs was Bob Dylan, right? And this is in the 80s. Remember, Bob Dylan in the 80s was not Bob Dylan of the 70s, 60s, and even now, right? Bob Dylan in the 80s, a little shaky, but still fucking, he's Bob Dylan, right? And so he's starting to do his ad lib, and he just can't, he's like, I don't really know what I'm doing. So then Stevie Wonder grabs his wrist, takes him over, sits him next to a piano, starts playing the piano, and then just says, I'm going to do you. And you hear him like he's Bob Dylan. And then he goes, do that. And then Bob Dylan does Stevie Wonder doing Bob Dylan. And I was just like, that's remarkable that Stevie Wonder is coaching Bob Dylan on how to do a song.
On how to Bob Dylan.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. And then there's just, there's so many interesting things. Huey Lewis.
So this begs the question. Can Stevie Wonder see?
Well, so there's a joke in there when everyone was slapstick because they recorded this after the American Music Awards. That's how they got everyone there. So there's 39 singers and then also Dan Aykroyd. And I don't know why he's in it. He's a legit singer in there. Yeah. Why is Dan Aykroyd in it?
He was a star at the time.
Yeah. He was. But there's a slapstick joke at like 4:00 in the morning where Ray Charles was like, hey, you want to know where the bathroom's at? And Stevie Wonder grabs his arm and goes, here, I'll show you. And then they start walking and someone says, the blind leading the blind, and so that was fun. But yeah, there's so many other cool things about it. But yeah, that would be the other thing for the well-rounded wrestling fan. But another thing that's
in the chat.
Yeah. He said
Is that what you were about to do? Did I steal your segue?
No, that's nice. I like it.
Yeah, you're like, absolutely. That's where I was going. He says that's an awesome story. And then he brought up T-Mac story time. And is it time to revive T-Mac story time?
Just give me some prompts.
I urged any of you to email us. Maybe I didn't do this yet. Email us at aewrapup@gmail.com. We'll read it. We'll play it if it's a playable piece of media, right? Keep it normal, right? We're not playing 10 minutes here. But send us something. Or you can send us what we used to do was T-Mac Storytime. You give T-Mac some names of some wrestlers, maybe some props, maybe some pay-per-views, right? Just give him a few listed items and tell him to make a storyline, and there is not a time T-Mac fails.
Right there. That is your seal of approval. I don't fail.
Theo P, you should do that next week. I'm going to call.
Yeah, there you go,
reach
Theo.
out and voluntold. Voluntold.
I like, do that. Yeah, he said, okay,
that's
good.
AE. That's AE wrapup@gmail.com, not AEW wrapup@gmail.com. That's AEW RAPUP @gmail.com. And I assume that's where all the clips went today.
Yep. Always. Hey, but another thing for the well-rounded wrestling fan is AEW. Don't watch that other shit. Watch AEW. And we watched it last night, and it was fun. We were down there in, where were we? Oh, the Andrew J. Brady Music Center in Cincinnati, Ohio.
Yes, the
granddaddy of them all. Yep. What were we going to say about that? Do you have a special memory of the Andrew J. Brady Music Center?
No, I just know it's the granddaddy of them all.
Yeah, it is the granddaddy. Yes, yeah, it definitely is. And we kicked it off with arguably, and we kicked it off arguably with the best segment of the night, which is interesting. It was a face-to-face between MJF and Hangman Adam Page. And now we can go tit for tat for every line, but before we get into the kind of details of it, Tim, what did you think of our opening segment?
I thought it was awesome. I honestly was kind taken by surprise because I just thought, look, I know I sing MJF's praises and we love Hangman. This is a cowboy shit podcast, and don't you dare say anything otherwise. But I just kind of was like, all right, we're going to get some promos out of the way to stall a week, right? And they'll say some cool things. Man, this was intense. This was great entertainment. And I don't know, the redemption tour for Hangman has turned him into a Hangman. We have yet to have seen that man got into MJF's ass. Man, he didn't let him say some shit at all. He went on the offensive, was up in his fucking shit, called him an edgelord, right? Just fucking,
Well, and he took the knees out from his big insult, calling him Seabiscuit, because he's like, hey, dumbass,
Yes.
Seabiscuit wins. Did you know that part? You fucking idiot. And that's a great
you can
call
tell
out.
that really, MJF was like, fuck. God damn it.
Yeah, I knew it. I was hoping you didn't. Yeah. But yeah, so there's, again, a ton of great stuff here. But essentially what we get here is, as you said, Hangman on the offensive. He gets MJF to basically say, we all know you're a coward, so prove us wrong and put up your contract at Forbidden Door. And then Max, who does have, sometimes he's done this before, gets goaded into it. He goes, let's do it. And you're like, fuck. And I liked how he kicked the ropes and he's like, son of a bitch, right?
Yeah. He
So-
knew it right away, right? Like, as he was saying it, like, right as the adrenaline was coming down, he's just like, fuck. He just got everything he was planning just got taken away.
Yeah, and so at Forbidden Door, it's going to be your champion, Hangman Adam Page, your men's heavyweight champion, Hangman Adam Page, taking on the challenger, Maxwell Jacob Friedman. We'll get into our picks when it's appropriate time. But yeah, that's our, I assume, main event. Now, we got another match announced later on in the
I
night.
can see that being one of those, we open the show with it.
Yeah, because the match we'll talk about here in just a couple moments, that might be the main event because of logistics and setting it up. But yeah, we got Hangman, MJF, and we'll get into more of their story as chronologically we break down this episode because they would see each other again. But first, after that, we go outside because why wouldn't we be outside? John Moxley's standing there, and he's standing there with old mophead Yuta and the woman that Charisma forgot, Marina Shafir. And then he goes,
Married to the man that Charisma forgot.
yeah,
about,
right.
so
Yeah, exactly.
How does that? That works out. Yeah.
And match made in vanilla. And John Moxley gets in the fucking
Write that down.
face. Yeah. John Moxley gets in the face of the camera and is like, Darby, you think you got whatever, but you don't got shit. And then just walks into the Brady Center here. And we get John Moxley.
Security doesn't have to stop him.
Nope.
This is where I'm like, you had to set all this up, but you get what I mean? I'm like, you had to tell the cameraman, meet me outside. Security, hold the door open. Clear a lane.
If you're wanting to do this more organically, walk around a corner and then also go to the shot and give it a beat or two, and then they show up, right? Like, hey, we think he's going to be here. 1001, 1002, 1003. Okay, there he is. And now they're walking through. Security can be like, hey, we ain't going to fuck with it. We know who you are, right? But yeah, he walks into the arena there and he takes on Kevin Knight. And what'd you think of our first contest? We had Speedball on the mat outside. We obviously had Yuta and we had Marina. We had all the fun. What'd you think?
I'm more bought in on Kevin Knight each time I see him.
I know. Like, Speedball, hey, pal, way to go. But nope.
I mean, like, Speedball, you're all right. But, like, this, Kevin Knight's cool. I thought this was good. I, again, never thought Kevin Knight's going to win this match or anything. But good thing to get his skills on, on tape again and up against a guy like John Moxley.
I thought it was
a
good.
match, right? We had some wrestle in there.
AEW likes to have winners and losers to their matches. Although one suspiciously got a DQ, which we'll talk about. But I really thought with this, Darby would have just been like, I can't hold it any longer. I'm just going to go kill him. And then just ruin the match.
Yeah.
But we didn't get that. I thought Kevin Knight did really well. I thought Jon Moxley. Here's the thing and why I kind of started this article about Jon Moxley, which will be published TBD. This is one of those examples of like, oh, all you think is a spike to the back that's hanging off of his flesh. Well, no, because he can wrestle Speedball and he can wrestle Kevin Knight, and those be arguably the best matches of the night, right? And that's where it's like, I think you people need to better recognize that Jon Moxley, even though he loves the blood, could also just wrestle. You know what I mean? And so, yeah.
I think the one drawback for me is just, I'll say his overacting on the scary guy, and I'm like, that, if you lost that, he's fucking
Perfect.
top 5 for me right now, right?
Yeah, a little. I appreciate the like someone needs to coach him on. Hey, it's totally fine that if they kick out, you're not dumbfounded or nervous because that was your best shot. You're more aggravated, but your aggravation needs to be presented a different way.
But every time, like you wouldn't. Every time he gets in that ring, it's like he's like fucking shaking and so mad. I can't. It's like, bro, you're not. It feels Ultimate Warrior-ish at this point, if I could say. I'm like, sometimes you gotta have a wave of emotions, and we only see Jon Moxley in that, like, you know.
Well, it would make more sense if he didn't wrestle as much, right? Because if he wrestled at the pace of an MJF, okay, makes sense because you wrestle once every month, right? Or whatever, even less than that. But yeah, he's wrestling every week. And so it's like, okay, you really that mad, 7 days later? I don't think so. We all, come on,
right.
You were in your hometown. You know what I mean? You obviously had a good meal somewhere. So like, come on, shut the fuck up.
Yeah. I think it's just that it's like, it's a little bit of like, it's overacting, right? If I can say the best, like if we just toned it down a little, he can even do the thing. It's a little too much, right? It's a little too cartoonish. Right?
Yep. So after the match, Jon Moxley obviously wins. We get a beat down on old Kevin Knight and then also speedball Mike Bailey. And what do we get here? We get some fun stuff, and Moxley gets like thwarted, or like he walks off, or not walks off, but he fights Knight and Speedball out to the outside. Marina, I guess, is like, oh, I gotta go follow, and I mentioned it was Marina and it was Yuta. So then Darby's out there and he's like, oh, I'm going to go kill Yuta because that's always fun to do. Did it last week. Let's do it again.
Loves that.
Yeah. And so he puts him in a body bag and he's going to do a coffin drop. Well, guess what? You're missing one guy, and it's Claudio. And Claudio goes out there and he goes, hey, little kid, get off the top rope. I'm throwing your fucking ass all over the place. And Claudio beats him up. I thought that was fun because it was good that Claudio wasn't there to start. You know what I mean? It was a good, like, oh, yeah.
Yeah. One of the best parts of this whole match, though, Tom. So I'm going to hark back to when we were watching wrestling in Kansas City. Was this in Kansas City when you brought the Yuta Sucks, right? It was in Kansas City.
December of last year.
Now, there's a blend. Some people say the Yuta Sucks and some people say the fuck you Yuta. And we approve both, but the Yuta Sucks was the originator.
Yep.
And we got in this match of Jon Moxley versus Kevin Knight a Let's Go Moxley Yuta Sucks chant. Yuta's not in the match.
Yeah, he is.
Still,
he's in.
I was like, I was proud of that work, right?
Yeah.
I was proud that this is stuck.
When we will cross the threshold and it will just warm my black heart is when we'll get a Yuta Sucks chant just during a Kevin Knight versus Lashley. Just nothing that has to do with anything.
Well, I know.
Oh yeah,
I know we're gonna be at Dynamite in October.
Yeah.
So
yeah, we got front row,
and we're gonna be at Wrestle Dream.
Yep,
because we're ballers. Which brings me back to, if you think we need some money, please donate. AllEliteWrapup.com. It's 2 donation links. Look, we just spent a lot of money on some tickets to some hotels and shit. So
come on, yeah,
for you, so we can tell you about the fun experiences that everybody us had.
Yep. Yeah, you'll experience it if you follow us, and obviously you follow us.
Listen,
So
you
thank
give us money, we'll tell everybody there that you gave us money to help sponsor us to get there. We'll tell everybody
Yep.
we meet.
Personally.
What about you?
Yep. We'll just say it out loud. We're going to be front row. They're
Like,
going to
have you
catch
heard
us
of
on
Jeff?
camera. Well, here's the thing. They're going to hear us on the camera. We'll yell your name. You give us money. I'll say whatever name you want. Seymour Butts. Whatever you want.
Goddamn. I want this whole crowd to turn against Yuta at Dynamite. We're gonna.
Oh, yeah, they will. Oh, yeah. It'll start percolating in Dynamite. It will happen at Wrestle Dream. I will try my hardest for it to happen.
Be a Wrestle Fever dream of
Yeah,
Yuta sucks.
exactly. Yeah. But after Claudio comes out, he puts Darby in the body bag and starts throwing his ass around. Well, guess who goes out to stop Claudio? Yeah.
And then he put his arms down.
That one. This is fun. Huh? Everyone likes this time.
Fuck this guy.
Yeah. I mean, really, that's what he did.
Look, Darby does worse to himself, so fuck.
Yeah, he's like, oh, he loves this. Darby loves it. We all know it. Shut up. But before he can do any more, guess who comes out? It's old Billy Goat. It's the Will Ospreay. And he takes out Claudio and then Yuta, and then he grabs the microphone because then Moxley's back and they're kind of all hanging around, lingering. And Ospreay says, essentially, how about you get some of your people, I'll get some of my people. Lights out, steel cage. So here's my question to you, because sometimes AEW purposefully does not give you all the details until the day before or day of, because maybe they're still trying to figure it out. But it was announced that it's a 10-man lights out steel cage match.
Yeah.
Are we doing 10 people in a steel cage in one ring? I don't think that's going to work.
Well, and here's the thing too, like lights out, I'm tending to think we're going to go all over the place, but now we got a steel cage.
You're right. Now, again, a steel cage in modern wrestling hasn't really stopped people anymore, but
True.
You got to start in the steel cage. That's the part where like someone's going to get a foot rolled up on or something like.
Well, and okay, Will Ospreay, who was this 2 weeks ago, was like, I got bulging discs, the surgery, I got to go. And then in 2 weeks is like, 10-man lights out steel cage. I'm like, wait, hold on, man.
Well, that's the adrenaline, but he does get this. So Renee does press him on that a little bit later on in the night. And then if you recall, Ospreay says, I'd like to have a chat with your husband next week. Would you tell him? And Renee's like, God damn it. Would you stop? Would all of you assholes stop? I'm not a messenger woman. Like, you go fucking knock on his door. Why do I gotta
remember her saying
shit?
that?
Well, that was a look on her face, obviously. Anyone could tell that. Yep.
Yeah.
So yeah, lights out.
You inferred a lot of words off a look, Tom.
Of course. Well, bro,
Chuck ever talked to you about this?
Yeah. Well, a lot of people have talked to me about it. Like, I didn't say that. Well, you said it with your eyes, motherfucker. That's why we fought.
That Chuck's like, you're doing it right now, Tom.
Yeah.
You're like, yeah, I know it. God
I know. Got me up. But yeah, so we get a steel cage, one ring. We'll find out. And then we move on. And we get the women in the first hour. And we get Alex Windsor, Queen Amanada, one of one. The happy, Hangman's my favorite. Eddie is 1B. But I think the person who legitimately, I'm not even kidding you. My wife can co-sign this. When Willow's music hit, I legitimately said, "Oh yay!" Said it exactly like that. I was just like, she always makes me happy. I was just like, "Oh yay!" And then they all do the kick, the bum.
She does though. Yeah. And the music fits with it too. Like you just want to,
Yeah, just the best.
I mean, come on, it's fun.
Yeah, it's the best. And those three ladies took on their counterparts.
Nobody ever clips that last segment right there.
Yeah, I liked it. Yeah.
Check out the All Elite Wrap-Up.
They take on Mercedes Moné, Thekla, and then Sky Blue. Ooh.
So the opening though, did you catch? They're doing their little triangle of madness like hold hands, and Mercedes comes over and grabs hands. She's just like swinging.
Yeah.
She's like, "Yeah, what's up?"
We're the
Like,
team.
yeah, we got this shit. Yeah.
Mhm.
I was like, all right, that's good. That's good stuff. I like that.
And then also in this match, before it actually started, was the appearance of our AEW Women's World Champion, Toni Storm, which we went right to Mercedes, and Mercedes was like, "You dirty bitch." And then Toni Storm's like, "Oh, everyone loves me." But before she could really get all of the, applause that she deserves, Athena's like, but I'm cooler than you.
Me too. Yeah.
Yeah. So I like that. That was fun. And then we get this 6-woman tag team match. We get all the fun beep bop boobity boom. What'd you think? We got some.
By the way,
Yeah.
well, what I did think was 10 title belts in this segment. Kind of hard to make it feel like they mean something.
Mm-hmm.
When everybody run around was there wearing a title. It's like, what do these titles even mean?
Yeah.
But that's fast forwarding more to the end there. But first of all, the match though, these ladies put on a hell of a good 6-woman tag.
Yeah, one bit of criticism, and this isn't specifically to the match. It's just generally, let's change this name, Queen Aminata, Chocolate Kisses. I don't think we need it. I don't think we need the booty bump face, and it also.
Move.
Well, the move is silly, but also the name is. Nah, I don't like that.
Yeah,
one.
adding to what you do. Yeah, no, but I think the move would be fine if we didn't sit there and act like this person is so out of it and is getting 6, 7, 8, 9. Like, come on, a little once because it's like a fuck you, right? Like you know what I mean? That's cooler.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like eat that bitch, right? And you'd be like, fuck bitch, right? Like now you're more mad, right?
Similar to like when MJF.
Like a taunt.
MJF does the dick thrust to the guy's head. Remember when like someone, right? Do it once like that.
Exactly right. Yeah, it's a taunt, right? Like, cause you're like, bitch, get your ass out of my face.
Mm-hmm. But yeah, I just don't chocolate kid. And I think who said it? I think Taz maybe or Tony Schiavone was like a move Stan Hansen used to do in the day, and they're like, really? Is that so? And he's like, yeah, I think so. And they just kept it moving. I thought that was fun.
Stan Hansen.
Why not? But the match ends with Alex Windsor submitting Sky Blue. I'm going to just say it like that because that's how she wants to be portrayed. Is like, hey, has anyone heard the latest Avril Lavigne?
Like day after being bitten by a zombie.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, not quite there yet, right?
Mm-hmm. Or almost put on her dress ready for prom. Like, oh, this is gonna be so cool. Like they're just, getting ready, putting on makeup, or like getting asked to go to the football game. Or getting asked to go to the football game, but saying no, I'm not gonna go. No, I'm gonna stay home. Oh no, you're so missed. Fucking go or don't, idiot.
Edgy.
Yeah, I never got that when people are like. Yeah, when people in high school and in college were like, I'm not going to homecoming. You're like, why not? Well, it's just too many. I don't. I was like, so no one likes you. You'll be forgotten about by the first quarter. So either be there or
nerd.
Yeah. While you're
sorry, I asked.
Yeah. While you're thinking about me, I'm thinking about the second touchdown. So suck it from the back. Yeah, exactly. We get some fun here. One thing I noticed, and I hope not to get myself in trouble here, but also kind of interesting, just optics. Because again, if you don't watch AEW or don't watch wrestling, you're like, that seems really odd. The 2 white Europeans are the baby faces, and the 2 black Americans, they're the heels. Don't know if we need to do that anymore, right? Like,
well, no, I think we're forced to do that now. I think is the new rules. I think,
maybe that's
who controls the FCC, right? It's a new rule.
Mm-hmm.
All villains must be black.
Yeah, I mean and again,
it's coming. It's coming.
Well,
what'll happen? What they'll do is they'll threaten you with DOJ action for racism, for portraying white people as villains.
Yeah,
thereby, right,
Yeah.
leaving you no other option, right?
Right. Then you have to. Yeah. Now, I'll say this. Mercedes is a better heel than babyface. And Athena.
Sorry, sorry.
Yeah, of course. And I think Athena does well in a heel role, but actually, I kind of want to see
agree.
her stay in this, but be a babyface. I think staying as this and saying, my minions.
The shit
you know
talking
what I mean?
babyface?
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
I think that would be good. And then Toni Storm can do no wrong. I don't babyface, heel, whatever. She's the best.
Anything, whatever, yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, she's facing whatever she does, whatever she's trying.
Right.
She's trying to
Yeah.
be heel, fine, but you know.
Yeah. So yeah, that's how it ends. The baby faces stand tall and do a dance as the heels back off, and there we go. And then we go backstage, and this is where you're talking about Will Ospreay. All of a sudden, he feels the best. Well, does he? Because backstage, Renee is talking to Ospreay, and he goes, "Hey, guess what? I got a friend, and it's Tanahashi, the president of New Japan Pro Wrestling. He's on my team. Fun." And then that's when she said, "Hey."
That's what he said. He's on my
Yeah.
team. Fun.
Yeah, fun. Right. He talked to Willow, rubs off. But Renee says, "Didn't you have a serious neck injury?" And Ospreay was kind of got reserved and was like, "I'm fine."
He's like, yeah, listen, we don't let that get us down. Yeah, exactly.
Right. Yeah. And then he says, "I'd like to have a chat with your husband. Would you tell him?" And he wasn't being disrespectful or anything, but also, hey, man,
No.
you go do it. Right? What if
Yeah.
she's not married to him? How about you go talk to him?
Yeah. Yeah. Or what if I'm mad at him right now? No, I won't go fucking tell him.
Yeah.
No.
He's like, did you see what he did to Darby? Like, yeah, I don't wanna
Sleeping
fuck
in his own fucking bus tonight. How about that?
Right, yeah. And so we'll see what happens there. We hear from the Blackpool Comic
Wrestling with Claudio too late at night and not coming
Yeah.
home. You know what I'm saying?
Not the Blackpool Comic Club, the Death Riders. We hear from the Death Riders in a little
Yeah.
bit, but
Yeah.
we'll put a pause on
Oh,
that
yeah.
for now, because then, we're cooking with grease here. We got some good in-ring promos. We got some fun women's tag team action, but then we get the ass whooping of the night. Goddamn, Adam Copeland was fighting for his life as Big Stoke fucking wore out Adam Copeland to the point where
Did he now?
some people had to be
Yeah.
like, "Can we just stop for the safety of Adam
Yeah.
Copeland? He's an elderly man,
Yeah. Yeah.
Stokely was
Yeah.
like, "I can't stop kicking this
You only
guy's
get
ass."
stoked so hard. You know what I mean?
Now, it was funny that Stokely, who again, one of the best wrestlers in the world today, although can't do a good spear. That's the move he struggles with, and he wanted to be like, "I can do what you can do," and he can't. And it's okay. Everyone has a limitation. And he just could not spear Adam Copeland. Poor guy. Thought that was fun. I think Adam Copeland got himself in a little bit of a pickle, though, because he throws Copeland out to the outside. And there was a sign that says, like, "Here lies Stokely, short bald, no hose." And then he asks a guy, he's like, "What's this guy? No hose."
Yeah.
But then he goes to a woman, he's like, "Hello, miss." And it's just like, yeah, this is what? What are we saying? What are we saying here?
Yeah, I
And
know.
She played it well because she's like, "Me? Oh, no, he's not getting with me."
Yeah, no, yeah.
And then Copeland's like, "Ah, you fucking loser." And so, yeah, we end up getting FTR comes out.
Yeah, I know, but I'm like, I know we have different contextual uses of the word hose, right? And I get the contextual use you were saying there, but I don't know if it matched exactly what Stokely was saying. You know what I mean?
Right.
Like, so,
Yeah.
but so if we got those crossed, yeah.
I think it could have been done better by just saying, make some noise if you think Stokely's ugly or something. You know what I mean? And then the whole crowd.
Yeah,
So you're not singling one person. Because what if, hypothetically, she was like, "I actually think he's cute. Like, I think those were plants, but what if they weren't?"
Yeah,
And she's like,
you
"I
could have
like
been like, yeah, what do you think? You think he can get any hose, right? And just start
Yeah,
asking
yeah.
him questions, right? Yeah.
Yeah, but when you ask one person, and
Then
again,
you also run the risk, The third
Yeah.
person feels like they've got to top the second person, feels like they got
Right.
to top the fourth
Yeah.
person, and then we got to have a dump button.
Yeah. Yeah. Fuck them bitches. Oh, whoa. Yeah.
I remember very specifically when Fight Show Live was going on the air, and they mandated you guys go to a 7-second dump button instead of a 3-second dump button before the show ever even aired once. And I quickly found out why.
Yeah. Those
Use that fucking thing more than ever.
Yeah. And again, if you never listened to Fight Show Live, which a lot of people didn't, I wasn't the one cussing back then. That wasn't me. I was the straight
Sweet
one of the
daddy.
two of us. Yeah. It was old shit face ozone that was talking to them sideways words. But yeah, so we get FTR coming down, and they're like, "Would you stop? Would you fucking stop?" And Adam Copeland's like, "Oh, you want me to stop? I guess I won't." And then just kicks.
I
his
like
ass,
how they were
kicks his
playing it
ass.
though. They're like, "Come on, man, just fucking like hit. Come on!" Like, they were really animated. Like, just fucking stop. Come on.
But here's the interesting thing: as I mentioned earlier in the night, AEW likes to have winners and losers. This match ends by DQ. So we got to protect Stokely Hathaway's winning streak, I guess. And right? I don't know why was that. Why did he just get pinned? I don't. Anyhow.
Yeah.
And the FTR
So he can
jumps
say
him.
he didn't.
Right. And maybe that's what they're gonna do. Yeah. And so FTR comes in. Now they're beating up Copeland. And then as they're about to do their pile driver, Christian Cage runs out with Spike. And he's like, I'm here to save the day.
Spike.
But Nick Wayne and Kip Sabian are like, oh, you thought you were just going to run out here by yourself? Nuh-uh. We got you, bitch. And they try to beat up old Christian Cage. Well, then guess what? Adam Copeland helps him. And then we're left with Adam Copeland, Christian Cage. One thing I forgot to mention, though, that it was no one's fault. It was just bad optics after the fact when probably you didn't run through it. And then you're like, oh. So if you recall in the match, Stokely throws white powder into Adam Copeland's face. So then when you fast forward to Christian and Adam Copeland face to face, Adam Copeland looks like he's 74 years old because he's like white faced essentially and like all grayed. And it was like, not a great look.
I forgot about the powder, but I do remember thinking, I was like, God damn, Adam Copeland looks old. Now that I see what you're saying. He probably would have looked a little less old. I mean, he's still probably old. But
Yes, he would have looked less if you didn't add the more gray to his complexion.
Powder his fucking wig.
Right, yeah. And so we get it the segment ended with Christian handing Spike over to Adam Copeland. And then he kind of just gives him a look like, here, it's yours. So fucking just take
like,
it.
all right,
okay?
fine. Yeah, we got it.
And he goes to walk, and Adam Copeland, that old big-hearted, lovable baby face, he goes, but I want to
Come in
hug.
for that sweaty hug. Yeah, give me that big sweaty hug on your nice jacket.
And so here's the thing. It felt rushed. I think we talked about that a little bit before we recorded.
Yeah.
I will say this. The pay-per-view isn't this weekend. So we still could do something with Christian going like, hey, I don't know why Tony Khan put me and Adam Copeland in a match together. He's hugging me now because obviously he loves me, but I don't feel the same way. Remember the last time I hugged him? I told him to go fuck himself. Like, he could say that, right?
Yeah,
that'd be
because
fun.
like what I feel like we need for the return of, I'm just gonna say Edge and Christian for right now.
Yeah.
Like, is the Edge and Christian run, right? Like, so I mean, I guess we still have time for that post match with FTR.
Mm-hmm.
So maybe that's like where they finally click again, I guess. But this does feel rushed with no real story between them, which was a big story we were waiting for.
Yeah.
This feels like a small add-on to FTR versus Adam Copeland. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I would hope that next week Christian does a pushback because it would kind of defeat the whole Christian's such
He's an
an evil
asshole.
heel, right? If he just is like, yeah, so me and
Self-professed.
Adam. Yeah. If he's just like me and
Yeah,
Adam,
we're friends and we're
cool.
goofy. Yeah, we can't do it.
Don't
That's what I
do
mean.
that,
We can't rush the ENC run, right? Like, we can't do that again until they've had some time to marinate this. And I guess we're going to marinate it through this FTR match. Maybe this is one match of many.
Yeah, I would guess this is just me kind of reading between the lines. I would assume Copeland and Christian beat Kip Sabian and Nick Wayne. Then they goat FTR, who just beat the Hurt Syndicate to challenge for the tag team championships. What I would do is then have Copeland and Christian win the tag team championships. And then when their first appearance as tag champions, that's when. So still have that like budding, like, I don't know, like we do like each other, but also come on, right? But once they win the championships, the first appearance on Dynamite after they've won the titles, that's when they should do, hey everyone, we are your tag champs. And for the people with flash photography, we're going to do our 5-second pose, and you do the 5-second pose. And then there we go. We got the ENC back in order.
So what we could have is Adam being more eager to get like the authentic ENC back together. Yeah. And Christian's just like, nah, man, I just didn't want you getting you beat up by those nerds. You know what I mean? Like, and now that we like, that's all I wanted to do is just make sure those nerds didn't kill you because I care about your fucking kids and your wife. You know what I mean? That's it. I don't give a shit about you. Yeah. And then he gets him with then he's like, take 5-second pose. And he's like, oh, God damn it. Right. And he does it. And he's like, shit, this is fun. Yeah.
Well, because it'd be the first time he got cheered. It'd be the first time he got cheers in such a long time. So if you went like, oh, hey, yeah, that would be fun.
Yeah, just the like beam of. Now, hear me out. Okay, all right. I know this doesn't need it, and it might cloudy the waters. But is there a way, if when we get to the Goofy Edge and Christian run, that they are accompanied or managed by Stokely Hathaway in some way? Because wouldn't that be fun? Like,
it would
at
be
least
fun.
For a while.
It'd be fun.
I feel like they'd have to be more heelish.
Yeah, but I also maybe would want. So yeah, I would think. Let's just kind of draw this out. FTR would lose Stokely because like, hey, what the fuck? We lost to those guys because of you, right? They get kicked to the curb. Yeah. Stokely then is like, he's like, oh, they will rue the day that they fucked with Stokely Hathaway, and then he's getting these tag teams of just local jobbers to try to beat Edge and Christian.
Like the Matt and Nick.
Matthew and Nicholas. Yeah, get those two guys. Mm-hmm. And each time Edge and Christian are like, Stokely. And he's like, next time, guys. And they're like, okay. You know, and then it's.
Okay. Yeah.
Then they get JD Drake and whatever the workhorsemen. They get them and like, oh, no. So, yeah, that would be fun. All right, we get back into some in-ring action, and we get a 6-man tag team match. We get the dogs are barking, the leader of the pack, Brody King.
In a multi-person match again.
Mm-hmm. With Ishii, with Hologram, which I found this out on Blue Sky, 30-0 in AEW.
Yeah.
Name 8 other opponents. No one can.
I don't know. I do not. I mean, like, I guess I know he wrestled Beast Mortos one time.
Yep, there it is. And that's probably it.
He has to have wrestled all the luchas, right? Like all the.
But he has no program.
The Rushas, but.
And then it was
very quiet 30-0.
Yeah, it's just there's no substance. There's no meat on the bone. You're just beating up people randomly. Now their mystery partner, I'm gonna butcher his name, but it was Hiromu Takahashi.
I think that's right.
That one. Yeah.
Because I remember when they first said it, I was like, I thought they said Tanahashi was going to the thing.
Right,
and
yeah.
I was like, no,
Takahashi. Takahashi, yeah. And they took on Kyle Fletcher, your TNT champion, the Human Weapon, which aren't all fighters but anyhow, Josh weapon. Alexander, a walking weapon. Oh, you paraplegics, you watch out because he can walk.
What happens when we get on the mat and we're down?
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Then you're not. Yeah.
Yeah, not a walking weapon. Haha, I win. Double leg.
Those are
Josh Alexander. But then their partners were some local guys.
Yeah.
Yeah. Young Bucks, I think they call them. They didn't look young.
Yeah.
The Young Bucks.
Mr. Instant Replay, right? And what was the
I don't know the other one, but yeah, it predates
Slick
the
Nick or something?
yeah. I did like this
Mr.
because
Instant Replay is not terrible. That's a good one.
yeah, that was a fun one. I
good
will
try.
say they introduced them differently, right? They introduced them. I said it in reverse order of how they were introduced. I did like Justin Roberts after the Young Bucks walked out. Him saying, and teaming up with these guys, Kyle.
Yeah. Yeah.
I did like that. That was fun.
Yeah.
It was made even better when the Young Bucks super kicked his fucking head off.
Did you catch they were like, Taz, they're wearing orange. And he's like, yeah, I'm fine. And in fact, I respect it. I'm fine with it. And they're like, what? And he's like, yeah, he's like, the reason we got jobs here. And he's like, Tony Schiavone's like, you were giving me shit all day for an orange brace. He's like, yeah, well, I don't have a job here because
which is true. Yeah. You hire me, I'll be okay with the color.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
I just love that's some inside pull too, that Taz is actually giving Tony Schiavone shit for wearing anything orange.
Well, apparently, like, legitimately, if you wear orange around Taz and it's not a Taz shirt, he gets like actually angry.
That's crazy.
Which, come on, brother. Come on.
Brother,
it's a color.
Come down. Come on, man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If you combine two colors to make your own color, well, that's one thing. But orange?
Yeah, you got a trademark orange here.
Orange?
Yeah. I know a lot of people hunt around here, brother. Come on.
Yeah. I heard the dumbest clip the other day, and I think it was legitimate. A guy said, spell orange. And the guy that he was talking to immediately replied, the color or the fruit. And he's like, what? He's like, yeah, the color of the fruit. And he was looking around like, no. And he's like, what? He's like, the color or the fruit? You can't be. And then they all laugh at him. It was great. Anyhow, so we get all the fun here. Like I said, Justin Roberts gets fucking kicked in his face, which he took a clean one. It looked like it hit him legitimately in the jaw. He was like, yeah.
You need a fill-in.
Well, actually, for the night, the show got better because Tony Schiavone then took over announcing duties. So that's a plus. But we get Kyle Fletcher. He's getting the fun stuff. Boom, 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 boom. It all leads to Takahashi pins
Kyle
the
Fletcher.
walking weapon. Huh?
Kyle Fletcher. Last time he ate a carb, 2018?
Well, look at this. The way he dresses, and the way he talks, and the way he looks, I don't even know if he knows what a carb is. He probably avoids them, not because like he wants to, just because he doesn't know.
They freak him out. I don't know what's going on.
Yeah.
We got Andrea in the chat. Says, are we ready for Forbidden Door? We are ready for Forbidden Door. And coming up in a couple of weeks when we make predictions, you should tune in because you'll get to see Tom wearing his favorite Jeff Jarrett shirt because he lost the last predictions.
I don't like it. I don't like it. Don't like it at all. Don't like it at all. I hate it. Hate Jeff Jarrett.
But thanks. We like that Andrea's in the chat.
Yes, we like all people to join the chat unless you are friends or are Jeff Jarrett.
And I hope I'm saying that right. I hope it's not like Andrea and now they're like, fuck this guy.
Well, look, it's, say it phonetically next time if it's something different. You know what I mean? I told you, my trainer, because again, I have a trainer, which always sounds stupid to me, but my trainer's name is spelled Theo, right? How would you say Theo?
Yeah.
How would you say it?
Teo.
Teo.
Mm-hmm.
I remember one of the.
Have we been saying this wrong the whole time, Theo? Are you Teo?
Yeah, are you Teo?
Oh, shit.
Oh, my God.
Dude, have we been 12 years calling you the wrong name? No, I feel like.
No, it's
he
fine.
said, no, it's fine. That doesn't answer the question. Theo, Teo. You got to tell me.
Oh, that's funny.
It's only in effect in Mexico, he said.
Yeah.
God damn it. Have we really been 12 years saying his name wrong?
Well, one thing.
I'm not surprised that we're some assholes.
No.
I guess, but
one of my favorite arguments that we ever had on air on the show, we don't get into a ton of arguments, but this one was a real argument, was Lana. Remember that when I was like, fuck that. Her name isn't Lana, it's Lana. My sister's name is Lana, it's Lana. That's how you fucking say the name. My sister, who I've known my entire life, her name is Lana.
Yeah,
L-A-N-A.
you were really on a soapbox.
Yeah. It's fucking
like, that's
Lana.
how you say it.
And you're like, no. Damn it, you're right, motherfucker.
No, you told me a guy at work pronounced guillotine, and you were like, no, it's actually pronounced, and you were like, fuck, I'm wrong about Lana.
Yep, that's what it was. Yeah.
You said that guy was really weirded out by it. He was like, what?
Yeah, that's how, I forgot that is how it is. Yeah. Because, you sound like a fucking idiot saying guillotine. Yeah. Anyhow.
But anyway, Andrea, Theo says we have been saying it right. All right, I feel a little bit better. Okay.
He's just saying that to be nice. Thanks,
Is he just making us feel better? Yeah. He's like, we're going to tell these little white guys it's fine.
Yeah, it's fine. Whatever. But the match ends with, going back to the match ends with Takahashi getting the better of the walking weapon, Josh Alexander.
Yep.
He wins. He pins him. And then Tony Khan, who just had the graphic ready on site, said at Forbidden Door, it's going to be Takahashi versus Kyle Fletcher for the TNT Championship. No. I don't like this.
Why? I mean, I guess Forbidden Door is supposed to be that, right? We get people from around around the world, other organizations.
No, I don't mind that part. It's the guy who is here for a cup of coffee is really going to be the next champion. No, the fuck he's not.
Yeah.
If it was he was champion versus Kyle Fletcher who's champion, who will win? That's interesting, right? We'll see, right? But yeah,
is he a champion of some sort? Probably not. They probably would have had him wear the belt. Yeah.
Well, who knows? Probably everyone's a champion, right? Aren't we all champions in some way?
That's why I said it earlier in that women's segment. There was 10 belts floating around in that thing.
Yeah. All right, then we keep it going, and Swerve Strickland does the cool promo style where Renee's back is to the crowd, and apparently,
anything Swerve does is cool.
Yes, obviously, but did not realize this part. But Swerve has a knee injury.
Mm-hmm.
Wasn't aware of that.
We asked him too. Weren't you in the doctor, right? Didn't we ask him that too?
Yeah, and he's like, "Why don't you leave that alone?" Well, Okada says, I'm not going to leave it alone.
He was like, you get my business out?
Yeah. And then Okada walks out, and, Okada, to his credit, was getting a little overwhelmed by the Who's House, Swerve's House chant. And, it gets to be a whole thing. And then we get the you have no chance at Forbidden Door, ... bitch. And Swerve pushes him. So then we get a little, pull apart. I don't know if that really moved the needle, but so
sometimes we don't hit a home run, I guess,
Well, look, I love the style of the interview, right? More of that. I don't hate that. But this felt like it would have been done cooler if we did like a promo package, right? With highlights and interviews spliced in between that would have been better than this.
Oh, I agree with that. Yeah. Cause this whole thing, now I've expected the whole time that I'm going to really appreciate this match more than I appreciate the program leading up to it. Right. That's not to say they couldn't have an amazing program. I just thought, well, how we've written this and where the time we had, this is going to be short, so I wasn't expecting much, but I kind of agree with you. They didn't really deliver much either. It was just kind of like fuck you. Well, fuck you.
Maybe it was just to get the crowd to chant Who's House, Swerve's House, right? We all like to do the fun little chant. So here's your shot to do the chant. Go home happy.
Look at Theo Not Teo giving us a fun fact here. It says France officially stopped using the guillotine for executions in 1977, with the last execution taking place on September 10th. Christopher Lee was present to see it.
Who's Christopher Lee?
The actor. He was in one of those wizard. I don't know. One of your either the
not mine.
Wizard with the stick or the rings. I forget what they are. You know what I mean?
Yeah, Wizard with the stick. Name your sex tape.
Those movies. Well, they've got those trios of movies. The Harry Potter is the sticks, and then there's the Lord of the Rings, right?
All right. You could have said Lord of the Witches.
He was
and
in
I would
one
have
of
been like,
those. He was in one of those.
That's
and
interesting
many
to
other
think.
things.
Yes,
Many other
that's
things.
interesting to think. Think about this. In September 1977, you had potentially Picasso in France drinking a Sprite, watching the Super Bowl, while down the street there was an execution guillotine style.
Via guillotine.
Isn't that insane? To just think like all those things could have been
with your
happening
time.
at the same
Yeah.
time? Yeah. Don't like that.
Fucks with your head.
Nope. Don't like it at all.
Yeah, I really thought Picasso was like 1400s.
Oh, yeah. And I was just like, wait a minute. The motherfucker had a license and like drove around?
Yeah.
No way. Yeah. Well, because that's how it's presented to you.
Marlboros.
Yeah. That's how it's presented to you in school. Because like you're taught Pablo Picasso. Who's the guy that cut his ear off? Remember that guy? Who's that guy?
Mozart.
Was it? Then mailed it or whatever?
Mozart.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, but like you're taught all of those people at the same time. So yeah, of course you're gonna think.
Yeah, I know. So you assume it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Picasso fucking wearing some Lee jeans and shit.
Yeah. Ooh. You know, I really like this Drew Barrymore in E.T., which
Drinking
that
a
could have
Capri
been
Sun.
a thing. Yeah. Hold on. When was the movie E.T.? E.T. movie. Think of that. Movie.
Oh, man.
That movie
I love
came
this
out in
wrestling show where we talk about.
Yeah. That movie came out. Oh, no. Maybe. I don't know when he died, but yeah, 1982. I thought it was in the 70s. But anyhow, I just thought about how crazy it is that he might have known who Drew Barrymore is, who's still alive today. Anyhow.
Van Gogh. Yeah, Mozart was deaf, I think. Yeah, Van Gogh cut his ear. Yeah. That's what Theo's telling us. Yeah.
That's awesome. I don't know shit. But I do know that after this Swerve Okada segment, we go backstage to Alicia Atut. I think that's how you say it. And she's talking to the Death Riders.
Oh, yeah.
And she says to John, hey, did you know they got Tanahashi? Here's one thing that I did like about Moxley's complexities as a character is, to your point, when he's fighting, he's doing too much of the but in this segment, he goes, what did you say? And she says, yeah, Tanahashi's in the Lights Out match. And he goes, oh, thank you very much. Like, he was very polite and like, oh, yeah, appreciate it. Thank you. And
the best part of that, so he's like staring. He's kind of doing his thing, right? And then she's like, Hiroshi Tanahashi. And you see him kind of like pause for a second. He went, or she just said Tanahashi. And he went, they got Tanahashi? Like and she was like, yeah. And he went, Hiroshi Tanahashi. like we're talking about the same guy. And that's when he was like, all right, thanks for your time.
Yeah. And I was just like, that's interesting.
Yeah, more of that. That's what I'm saying. Like, if we tone down the like, I'm ready to fucking crash through a wall, then he's fucking on point. He's 100% like a top 5 player. Yeah.
Yeah. Now, this is the part I thought was a little, I don't know how I felt about this. So Moxley opens up the door to just a broom
the jobber
closet.
locker room.
Right.
Yeah, it's cement everywhere.
Yeah. And
there's 2 jobbers in there that we can see.
They're working out.
Yeah, they're getting ready.
But then they're told to leave, but they don't walk through the door. They just walk that way. And it was just like
further into the locker room.
Yeah.
Well, you know.
And then the camera gets a shot of the Young Bucks, cooling down from their match. Guys. Yeah. And then Moxley says, shut the door. And that's when we would find out later that it would be the Young Bucks and the Death Riders taking on... Well, hold on. I wanted to get your opinion on this. It's not really the Death Riders. Because it's the Young Bucks, Claudio, Moxley, and not Yuta. Gabe Kidd?
Yeah, why do we keep doing... And I thought he was injured too. What in the fuck are we doing? Like, I don't know. Why are all these guys getting neck injuries that are ready to go in 2 weeks? What? Modern medicine, man. But yeah, why? What is this? Again, it's Forbidden Door. We're trying to get some New Japan guys on the card, I guess. But like, what is this obsession with swapping out Gabe Kidd with Yuta in these Death Rider matches?
Yeah.
Is Yuta injured? Is there something going on? Is Yuta out of dates? What is going on here?
Yeah, I mean, hey, maybe that's the case, right? Like, yeah. And so they are going to take on the team of Will Ospreay, Darby Allin, Tanahashi, Ibushi, and Kenny Omega. What?
Who I haven't seen him in like 4 weeks. I don't know.
Yeah. And I thought, I know they teamed up and they're like,
Kenny Omega has to be on Forbidden Door, Tom. That's the rules.
oh no, look, I'm not opposed to that. We're just assuming Kenny Omega and Darby are cool. Are we assuming? I remember a Forbidden Door which saw Will Ospreay drop Kenny Omega on his fucking head. Now they're cool. I know they did the whole thing. Remember not too long ago when they did the handshake and we're gonna fight along each other and stuff. But yeah, just throwing in
wrestle.
Kenny Omega's too big of a star and too important to AEW to then just throw him in a match.
I'll say this about pro wrestling and the matchmaking. We run real fast and loose with matchmaking rules because sometimes we have contract signings and sometimes a guy says, we're wrestling right now. And sometimes a guy says, you two are in a match next week. And there's no rhyme or reason. You can't say no. You can't say no. You can't what?
Yeah, I don't. Yeah, because in that scenario, let's assume that let's ride this out because that kind of fast and loose thing kind of falls on his face in this regard. Because to your point, contract signings, right? Hey, Hangman Adam Page is not going to wrestle MJF unless he executes that contract.
Got to sign it.
But Jon Moxley doesn't want Tanahashi in this fucking match, but tough shit. Now you go find your friends and he gets the Young Bucks.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, what?
Yeah.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. But I was more just not upset, but just kind of agitated that Kenny Omega just gets thrown in here like a Gabe Kidd, where it's like, oh yeah, and then it's him. And it's like, you realize a lot of the people that are still watching AEW are watching because Kenny Omega is their guy. You know what I mean? So
yeah, true.
Interesting.
Yeah.
All right, then
he's just gonna.
I know.
Just gonna Yuta on the outside, right?
Now he'll have a spot, right? He'll have some spot.
Yeah, but that's the spot for Gabe Kidd, right?
You're right.
To help them
now, humor me here. What if every pay-per-view that involves the Death Riders in a main event, because let's assume this is the main event, because again, we're either leading off or finishing up with this match, right?
Yeah.
Let's say it's the main event, though. What if every AEW pay-per-view that has a Death Rider in it has a spot where Bryan Danielson knees the fuck out of Yuta's face? Just like it all in. Just like, oh, we're doing Forbidden Door? Yep, we got you here too.
It becomes a thing. Yeah, it becomes like the Timmy dies in South Park. Yep. Every episode, we're like, oh, you'd have got knee in the face again.
God damn it. Yeah. Yeah, and like he's like, okay, he's not going to get me now. Yeah. Oh, motherfucker. Yeah. He can
just be walking around into catering and just,
yeah. Yeah.
Goddamn, I would keep Bryan Danielson on retainer just for that. I would pay him whatever.
Well,
sorry, you got to make every town. What do you need? $5 million a year? You got.
Well, and here's the thing too: is
we can even pre-tape some of these if we pulled it off right. We don't need him there every week. We just got to get him, set up in a studio. Kick you in the face 25 times, and we're good.
But you had All In, and he was dressed like a luchador, and that makes sense. Texas, close to Mexico, Lucha Libre is still very popular in Texas, right? If this is in London. If he is there in London, dress him up like a fucking, like a Sherlock Holmes. You know what I mean?
Yeah, he's got to have on like a trench coat. Right?
Yeah. Dress him up like William Regal. Oh, that would be funny. Mm-hmm. I bet you Regal would love it too. Mm-hmm. Yeah, Regal would be like, yeah, go ahead. That's fine. I'll let you do that one. It's Brian. Yeah. You know what I mean? Like, that would be fun. That would be a fun thing. What was fun also was our main event. We had the AEW Trios champs, the Ops. Oh, actually, before this, though, interesting to me, we got a quick little promo that Hook is coming back. But Hook ain't coming back to the Ops, I guess.
Yeah. Man,
The presentation
not
was cool.
holding out a whole lot of hope.
No.
But I'm still not holding out a lot of hope for Hook.
No.
I just don't think they know how to pull it off.
Heel. That's how it has to be. He has to be heel.
Well, it has to be.
He's
heel.
not.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Has to be heel, and I think we need to go back to the chips,
Mm-hmm.
but still, like, he's silent. He's got some chips, but he's also at the strip club, right? Remember when that picture came out? Like,
oh yeah.
Look, Taz wasn't chilling in the hotel room playing video games, and I don't think his son is either. You know what I mean? So,
Taz got in some trouble back in the day too. With,
I know it. Yeah, I know it.
A tanning room. Why don't you join me here? Kind of. Anyhow, but yeah, Hook though. Just now, maybe this is a red herring because I think it actually happened before this trios match. So maybe that's foreshadowing in the sense of, yeah, I'm coming back.
We have to answer that.
Yeah, it has to be because the last time we saw him, he helped out, but then was like, I ain't fucking with you, Samoa Joe. Get the fuck out of here.
Yeah.
So
we can't just kind of forget that he was in the ops, right? Like, that's weird.
Yeah. But we get the ops taking on. Yeah. But we get the ops taking on LFI, which consists of Roosh, Drilistico, and everyone's favorite lawyer, the Beast Mortos. And not a lot to write home about with this match. I mean, nothing bad about it. Powerhouse Hobbs looks great. Joe looks great. Shibata
kind of quick,
also there.
Honestly, I felt.
Yeah, it was.
Maybe they ran out of time, right? Maybe
we ran out of time, and we had to get to the next thing. So the ops retain. Neat, fun. LFI.
I kind of forgot the trios titles were a thing, if I'm being honest. But
yeah, I mean, I didn't because Joe and I like Powerhouse Hobbs, and to his credit, every time he's showing up, he still has the championship with him. So you know what I mean? It's like, oh yeah, okay.
Yeah.
But why LFI? That probably got lost on me somehow.
I guess they've probably been one of the few people actually doing trios matches, to be honest with you. Like of consistent groups. So
yeah, is there a new trio though that I saw, or maybe I'm making that up? I thought I saw like a new trio, and I was like,
well, you could probably get a trio out of that Skyflight group, right? You could always run a trio.
Yeah, and then there's a couple others, but yeah, I thought there was a new one where it'll come.
Or are they trio? It's who's in Skyflight? It's Scorpio Sky and just the thing, so they're a trio, yeah. And then they've got people hanging around them, right? They've got
Christopher Daniels is like the manager, looking like a bartender on your favorite
hanging
cruise.
Around with them, right?
Layla Gray.
She's
the I'm a flight attendant. That's respectable. I mean, maybe it is. I don't know. Yeah. Skyflight. That sounds like a fucking kid's book. Hey, everyone. Want to read Skyflight tonight?
Or it just sounds like Skyflight Lounge, brought to you by Delta, right?
Yeah.
$60 a month to get free snacks.
And then you see your fucking pilot Christopher Daniels walk by, and then Layla Gray's the fucking flight attendant.
It's really those things, those lounges. That's literally, it's like pay us $60 a month so you don't have to sit with the pores.
Yeah, which
you know what I mean. Which I get sometimes. I understand.
Yeah, not the worst thing. So after that, we're not done with the show.
I do consider I'm like early boarding.
Pretty great. I will say I got a pre-TSA check or whatever, Yeah. The thing that's pissing me off about that is everyone's getting that now, and I'm like, no, you assholes! I got it to get away from you, and so now I got to bump it up to clear or something.
We were all standing in that line, and the other lines that were the normal walk-up lines were empty, and I was like, that's not how it works. You're supposed to take the pre-check people too, right? We don't all have to only go the pre-check. It's just
Yeah.
And in fact, at KC, I know they used to do that. They would put you in the front of the other people. You know what I mean?
Get right there.
In front of those pores.
Yeah. Yeah. You smelly pores.
It's not that expensive to get the pre-check. It's actually, I mean.
If it's more expensive, yeah, I mean, it's more expensive than the money that the pores have. You know what I mean?
Yeah, well.
Think of it that way.
Yeah, maybe I'm saying that from a place of privilege. Yeah, maybe I should. Yeah.
I'm gonna smoke my pipe.
It's really not that bad to get a limo to the airport. I don't understand.
Yeah, I want to be the type of rich that can smoke inside. That would be dope, right? Like if I'm at a restaurant, like fuck you.
All right. So when I was stationed in Germany, they did one of these big USO shows, right? And they brought over Kid Rock and he played, right? And then they brought over Carlos Mencia yeah. Now this is 2007, 8, right?
Yeah.
So these guys hadn't gone. Yeah.
Nope. Still sucks.
But yeah, well, we were over there in Germany and we didn't get much, right? So
Hey,
we went to the show, right? Free show.
Yeah, they just didn't like you.
So I'm at the Mencia show and Kid Rock comes to watch it, right? And we're on base in the Officers Club and he is stoking it up and nobody, you know what I mean? Who's going to say shit, right? There's Kid Rock just fucking stoking away in this thing and everybody's like, yeah, well, that's what Kid Rock does.
Yeah. Yeah, he respects those troops. You couldn't have done it, but he can because, respect the troops.
I do remember Carlos Mencia, though. One thing that he got me with, he was like, he said something about money. He's like, you guys don't think we do this for money? He's like, we do this for pussy. And he was like, look, am I wrong here? He's like, you learned how to do all that shit for money or did you do it for pussy? And Kid Rock's like fucking doing that. And he was like, God damn, he's like, I'm famous. He was like, your wife, he was like, you got to beg her for sex. She licks my asshole. I was like, God damn.
Yeah, damn.
Yeah.
One of my favorite jokes.
Yeah, he was wild that night. I'll say that. He was, I think he was in his, I'm giving the troops the real, you know what I mean? Like this wasn't his stage act, if that makes sense. You know what I mean?
One of my favorite jokes to say in high school is I would always go like, man, I got a song stuck in my head. And they're like, well, like, what is it? Who sings it? I was like, I can't think of who sings it. I go, but I know it goes, my name is Kid. Who is that?
Yeah, you hit me with that one time. Yeah. I think very early on in the show. I was like, I love that.
So much fun. Yeah, it's a fun one. Okay, but the last segment was after the credits rolled, or the like little, timestamp, whatever you want to call it. And we see Hangman, and he's walking to his
luggage
car.
Yeah,
he's ready to go.
Town.
Yep. And before he can get in the car, MJF jumps him. Wabala! Gets him, hits him.
Was it Renee stopped him? I don't know which
Alicia
stopped him.
Alicia,
okay.
Yeah.
She says, hey, did you hear? And then whop, whop. Ooh. I don't remember who it was. Yeah.
If it was Alicia, though, and we know that those two are engaged, was it shenanigans? Actually, I think it's probably Renee. But they should start doing that, right? How is it that MJF always gets the upper hand on these interview segments? That would be fun.
It's like he knows where they're going to be.
Yeah. Now, the thing that he says is he puts his head back. MJF puts Hangman's head back into the car, and he goes, if you thought I was going to break you, I'm just getting started. And then just boom, throws his head into there and walks off.
At one point, though, he was like, show me that cowboy shit. And he kept saying that. And he was like, show me that cowboy shit. And I was like, I don't know. I think getting beaten up in a parking lot is cowboy shit.
Yeah. That's on brand. A lot of cowboys.
Yes. Maybe not a parking garage. Maybe a parking lot is more apt.
There he goes. Yeah. Yeah, a gravel parking lot. That's cowboy shit.
Yeah, there's got to be the moonlight in the parking lot. Getting your ass kicked in the parking lot is cowboy shit. A parking garage is not. Why are you in the city, cowboy?
Yeah. Take your fucking hat off. But yeah, that was our AEW Dynamite. We got Collision on Saturday night. Should be fun. And I'm excited. Forbidden Door coming up on the 24th. So 2 weeks away. Right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, you'll be wearing that shirt in no time. Good old Jeff Jarrett shirt. You make those picks and then you'll lose and then you'll have to wear it again next week.
No, I don't want to do that to you. I just thought of a double dare that we could do, but I don't want to do it. I was going to say double dare. Loser has to wear the Jeff Jarrett shirt front row at the Dynamite show.
Oh my God.
I don't want that on. I don't want that on any other video other than our podcast.
Because you know he's gonna be there. Because you know he's gonna be there, and he come up
pal.
like, "Hey," you're like, "No, please do not. Don't touch me."
Yeah, and it'll
Move
be
back
you who has to wear
that
it.
bloody beer can at the GCW show. I know it'll be you.
No, it'll be you, and I'm like, "Hey, you guys are actually friends on LinkedIn." He loves you.
Yeah, you guys. That's true. I am friends with Jeff Jarrett on LinkedIn. That's true. It is a thing. I found that out very recently. We are connected. We are pals. We are linked in.
If he walks remotely close to us, I'm yelling this. your LinkedIn
I'm like, hey, man, we're friends. Oh, yeah, I'll tell him.
Yeah,
Listen, you're trying to get a job there, Tom. You better hope I work this connection.
Yeah. Oh, God, that'd be so funny. Oh,
I don't know how it happened. It's probably got to be through Todd. I got to think Todd. Todd's booked him and knows him, so it's probably that. It's probably
Todd knows him? Not good.
What?
Todd knows him? Oh, not good.
Yeah, Todd. Well, he ran the wrestling company up there, and so every wrestling company knows Jeff Jarrett.
That's true.
If you've owned a wrestling company, you've unfortunately had to book Jeff Jarrett. It's just part of the rules.
Motherfucker. I just thought of this since we're kind of wrapping up here. So peek behind the curtain. We got the VIP for Wrestle Dream in St. Louis.
Yeah.
If our fucking meet and greet is Jeff Jarrett, I'm asking for my money back.
We should bring the shirt just in case. We might be able to work. You'd be like, listen, Jeff, now that we're pals, right, we can better call Saul this shit, right? We can work you backstage and get you to.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I will be a little pissed. I'm like, no, go get Wardlow or someone else.
If you have some script that you want to give to them, right?
Mm-hmm.
How much gold are you willing to buy?
Yeah, that's true. A lot right now.
How much gold are you willing to buy?
A lot.
Stock. How much gold stock are you willing to buy?
Yeah, a lot right now because, might be in trouble tomorrow.
Yeah.
Work sucks. Again, this is the dream. The other part isn't. But yeah, Dynamite was last night. Collision coming up. We got all the fun stuff on the way. What'd you think, Tim? Did you have fun?
I did have fun. I really think I'm really excited about more of this Hangman MJF thing, even though I think it's going to be short-lived. But I like how Hangman is fucking fired up, right? I'm excited about the Hangman.
Yeah,
and,
I think
and
we
everything else
kind
going on
of.
is cool too. But
Yeah, I think we kind of maybe can guess that it's going to be Hangman who prevails, and most likely it'll be MJF and Bob. But if that's the case, I want to know who's second up for Hangman, right? Because there's not even hanging out.
No clear person that everybody's like, this is the
right. Unless you just kind of have him fucking around for a while, and then Bob beats up MJF, and then it's Bob.
Yeah. Maybe we get like a Darby, and Hangman, because Darby's back. You just get a quick run in while we still got him before he finds a way to injure himself.
Yeah, because, who other big heels are kind of at the level of Hangman? Got a lot of baby faces.
I don't think so. Yeah.
Well, you could do a left turn here. Let's just say Swerve beats Okada. Okada does a reset. Okada then wins 2 matches and then says, Hangman, beat you at Forbidden Door once. I'll beat you at another pay-per-view.
Yep.
There you go. That'd probably be it.
Yep, we could definitely do that.
Yep, but there you go, Tim. That was it.
All right, well, I urge everybody to hit us up throughout the week, right? The Blue Sky, AllEliteWrapup.com. Send us those emails, aewrapup@gmail.com. Don't forget about T-Mac Storytime. We want you to give us some suggestions. It'll be fun. Oh, you're trying to do your little... Yeah, it's not
doing it.
There you go.
There
Look
it
at
is.
that. Yep, there it is.
Oh, I didn't notice.
This is why you should watch the live stream. If you're listening back on the podcast, you're missing out. You don't get to see the zaniness that we get into in here. But do all those things I said, right? Find us online, send us some correspondence, and then join us right back here for some more All Elite Wrap-Up.
I will see you next week, dumbass.